Sasagutin natin ang tanong na matagal nang tinatanong ng sambayanan. Diploma o diskarte? Let's talk about that. Welcome to Pretty Petty the Podcast. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, mga pretty people. Sana ay masarap ang mga ulam nyo today and hopefully ay nakakapag-hydrate ang lahat kasi medyo mainit pa rin ang temperature dito sa Pilipinas. Well, relatively cooler naman yan compared sa mga previous weeks, no, yung mga nakaraang linggo. And may mga instances ng konting pag-ulan sa mga ibang areas. And when I say konti, literal na konti lang talaga. I mean, yung tipong uulan, tapos yung aambon lang, pasisingawin lang niya yung init ng lupa, tas titigil na siya. So ayun, lalong umiinit. So at least, umulan, kahit paano nawawala yung init. And sa mga ganitong klaseng panahon, mabuting palagi tayo nagha-hydrate at umiinom ng tubig. Tubig ha? Tubig ang ginagamit pang hydrate. Iba dyan, baka Red Horse tsaka Pale Pilsen ang ginagamit pang hydrate. Nako Lord, hindi po ganon ha, tubig. Tubig po ang gamitin pang hydrate. Anyway, ako nga pala ang inyong millennial Tito Alvin, na magbibigay sa inyo ng mga opinyon na hindi nyo naman hinihingi. Mga opinyon tungkol sa iba't ibang social dilemmas and trending issues sa Pilipinas. And in this podcast, we will find out if these behaviors are pretty or petty. If it is your first time here, please consider following us in Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. And consider giving us a like or a 5-star rating depende kung saan ka nakikinig. Please na, huwag niyo na pagdamot yan. So, last week, di ba sabi ko na we are almost there sa goal natin na 1,000 streams and downloads sa Spotify. I would just like to share that as of this recording, we've reached more than 1,000 streams and downloads! Woo! Yes! Thank you sa lahat ng mga listeners natin who made this possible. Hopefully, we gain more followers and listeners in the next few weeks, months, or even years. No? Hashtag manifesting. Okay. So, dumako na tayo sa topic natin for this week in this segment that we call Story Time. Alright, matagal nang usap-usapan sa mundo ng internet kung ano ba ang dapat piliin or ano ang mas importante. Diploma ba o diskarte? Pero sa biglang pagsikat ng mga entrepreneurs tulad ni Diwata ng Diwata Paris Overload, Rosmar ng Rosmar Skin Essentials at ng iba pang mga small to medium business owners, muling lumilitaw ang tanong na ito kung ano ba talaga ang mas importante. Diploma o diskarte. Maraming mga vloggers and internet personalities ang nag-share ng kanilang mga opinion tungkol dito and nagiging topic na din ito sa mga school publications and debates. For sure, kahit yung mga marites na nakatambay sa tindahan ni Aling Ising, napag-usapan na din ang tanong na ito. At tulad ng debate kung nauna ba ang manok sa itlog, hati ang opinion ng mga tao. May mga nagsasabing mas importante ang diploma, may nagsasabi din na mas importante ang diskarte. Now, based dun sa interview kay Diwata, despite the success of yung Pares Overload business, he chooses diploma over diskarte. Ang sabi niya, and I quote, "Alam mo, napaka-importante talaga ng diploma para sa akin. Dahil kung may diploma ka, mas marami ka pang diskarte na magagawa sa buhay." Ngayon, sabi naman ni Josh Mojica, isang young entrepreneur, siya yung may-ari nung Kangkong Chips Original. Yung sumikat noon, pandemic ata Kangkong Chips. Ito sabi niya, "Wala akong bilib sa sistema ng pag-aaral dito sa Pilipinas. Karamihan ng experiences ko sa journey on how to have a successful life, wala akong halos nagamit masyado na galing sa eskwela." End of quote. Okay? Magkaibang tao yan. Parehong successful, pero magkaiba ang pananaw tungkol sa diploma o diskarte. End of story. O ayan, sige, pag-usapan natin yan. Ikaw ba, ano bang point mo dito? Anong pipiliin mo? Ikaw, isa ka bang team diploma o team diskarte? O tari, parang love team lang. Okay, itong usapan na to, matagal na to, noon-noon pa. Nag-work pa ako sa corporate. Ano na yan eh. Tanong na lang ng bayan yan. Siguro mas napag-uusapan lang siya ngayon kasi may social media na. Kumbaga may avenue na for discussion. Meron ng mas madaling mag-comment, mas madaling mag-share ng thoughts kasi nga due to the internet. Noon naman walang ganyan eh. We should say na madami na ang naglalabasang self-made millionaire, quote-unquote, self-made millionaire. And ever since naman, as far as I can remember, hati na talaga ang opinion ng mga tao tungkol sa diploma o diskarte. Hindi talaga yan 100% diploma or 100% diskarte. 50-50 talaga. So, ganito gawin natin. Since dito naman sa podcast, tinitignan natin ang pananaw ng both sides. Okay? Let's put ourselves in the shoes of those who are team diploma, then after that, team diskarte naman. Para lang malatag natin ng maayos yung pros and cons ng bawat isa. And then, after that, I'll share my verdict or my personal opinion sa dulo. Ox ba? Okay? Sige. Simulan natin sa team diploma. Okay. And mga pretty people ha, so when I say team diploma or diploma, it's not just limited to college degree ha. Kasama na dito yung mga certifications na nakuha mo, mga seminars, conventions na umattend ka, and at least baseline lang kahit senior high school diploma, it will still count sa diploma. Okay? Majority lang of the people joining the discussion or the debate pertains to diploma as the college degree. Wala namang masama doon. Ngayon, based sa mga nabasa ko and sa mga napanood kong mga videos about this, some people say that nothing beats education to become successful. At least to become a professional hindi ka naman daw pwedeng maging doktor kung diskarte lang ang paiiralin. Paano mo naman daw may pagtatanggol sa korte ang mga naapi or ang mga oppressed kung hindi mo pinag-aralan ng batas at dadaanin mo lang sa diskarte? And to that point, I agree 100%. Hindi biro naman na pinagdaanan ng mga lawyers, engineers, mga doctors, kahit anong specialty man yan. Kasi specialization yan eh. Hindi yan basta-basta napupulot lang and may involved na ibang tao. Hindi lang pansarili. Gets nyo? Kunyari, doktor, may pagagalingin pasyente. Hindi naman pwedeng daan nila niya sa diskarte. Sa tingin ko, gano'n na yan eh. Pwede na yung ganyan. Hindi pwede. Kailangan masusing pag-aaral ang gagamitin mo dito. So, dapat yung training mo, yung base knowledge mo, dapat solid. Dapat, umpisa pa lang, dapat wala ka ng mali. Diba? Sige, ganito na lang. Hypothetical question. Kunyari, nagkasakit ka, medyo malalang sakit, and you were given the option to choose between two doctors. Pipiliin mo ba si doctor number 1 na solid ang academic credentials or okay na sa'yo si doctor number 2 na medyo sketchy ang school performance? I guess majority of you will choose doctor number 1 kasi when it comes to our health, we want the best of the best to take care of us. I'm sure hindi nyo pagkakatiwala sa isang putyo-putyong doktor yung mga buhay nyo. Di ba? Ito pa, isang hypothetical question din. Kunyari, nag-i-interview ka ng 2 fresh graduate na applicant for a job opening. So, meron kang kumpanya, may company ka, or ikaw yung HR manager. Ngayon, nag-i-interview ka ng 2 fresh graduate na aplikante for a specific job. Si applicant number 1, straight A student, with Latin honors, magna, summa, cum laude, ganyan. Tapos, si applicant number 2, nakagraduate naman, pero barely made it. Hindi ganun kaganda yung grades. Posibleng may back subjects pa, nag-extend pa ng ilang taon bago nakagraduate. Pero nakagraduate. Okay? Sino sa kanilang dalawa ang confident kang i-hire sa position? Well, sa sitwasyong to, alam ko marami pang ibang factors ang kailangan mo i-consider like internship, extracurricular activities. Pero let's just say na even ang playing field pagdating sa ganyan and you were just presented with their documents and school records. Kasi nga, fresh grad to eh. Wala pa namang experience sa mga trabaho to, di ba? Wouldn't you hire someone who did well at school rather than someone who just barely made it? I know, it's medyo harsh and medyo parang ang pangit pakinggan, no? Pero that's the reality of life. If you presented two applicants on an even playing field, almost the same sila, walang experience, same extracurricular, same internship, pero mas mataas ang grade ng isa, doon ka na, 'di ba? Ngayon, according sa isang nabasa kong editorial from the Daily Guardian, so na-post tong editorial na to April 2023. Yung author niya si Joshua Corcuera. So, kung nasan ka man, hello, hi sa'yo. Charot. Sabi niya that a diploma remains very important in the 21st century. Without a doubt, academic excellence is crucial for the development of society. Sinabi niya na the argument that Descartes is all you need to be successful tends to impose a negative view on learning among the youth. Children who might hear this argument may be discouraged to study and focus solely on Descartes. I mean, where is the lie? Diba? Saan ang pagkakamali? Saan ang kasinungalingan doon? Medyo dangerous nga naman to push the idea of Descartes kasi children will not study anymore and will just bank on the idea na pwede ko nang iwing it. Didiskartehan ko na lang yan, di ba? Medyo nakakatakot lang isipin na the future of your children is hinging on the idea na didiskartehan na lang niya ang gagawin niya sa life. Now, another good point from this article is that these professionals, yung mga doctors, lawyers, engineers, and the likes, may not earn as much money as a successful entrepreneur, but they are more capable in helping the sick, defending the oppressed, and whatnot. So if all people just want to become wealthy, meaning they will leave school and just become entrepreneurs, di magkakaroon tayo ng shortage ng professionals which will affect society as a whole, including these rich people. So if all of us will have the Descartes mindset, there will be an imbalance that will affect us all, both poor and the rich. Now, kung i-analyze mo yun, oo nga naman. Kasi kung lahat gusto lang yumaman, wala nang mag-specialize sa pagiging doktor, pagiging lawyer, pagiging teacher, engineer. Wala nang gagawa ng mga bagay na yon. Wala nang mag-specialize sa mga fields na yon kasi gusto lahat yumaman na lang, magbe-business na lang. 'Di ba? Kung lahat Descartes mindset na lang ang gagawin. So, nagkakaroon ng imbalance. So, pag nagkaroon ng nabasa ko doon sa article, parang ang tawag niya is brain drain. Ganon. So, hindi magiging equal, wala na magiging professionals kasi lahat gusto na lang tahakin yung pagyaman route. So, kapag nagkaroon ng epidemic, pandemic, wala nang professionals kasi lahat gusto na lang yumaman.
Celebrate small or big wins with your special ones. Come to Brew Brothers Cafe, located at Ascension Avenue, Lagro, Quezon City. Also available through GrabFood and Foodpanda. Brew Brothers Cafe, your destination for celebration.
Okay, doon naman tayo ngayon sa Team Descartes. Okay. Ito madalas nakikita ko to sa mga online forums, articles, and interviews. Yung mga taong pinipili ang Descartes over diploma, most of the time, sila yung mga taong may first-hand experience sa pag-unlad due to Descartes. Okay? And to be honest with you, isang napakalaking proof yan that Descartes works. Okay? Madami na din mga nagpapatotoo na dahil sa kanilang Descartes, guminhawa yung buhay nila and nawala sila sa hirap dahil sa Descartes. Mostly yan mga vloggers na umalis sa corporate world, umalis sa pagtatrabaho, tapos nag-YouTube, nag-TikTok, and then nagbunga yung kanilang Descartes. And ngayon, may mga bahay na, may mga kotse na, nakapag-invest na ng mga kung ano-ano, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, living proof sila na because of Descartes, aangat ka sa hirap. Madalas na ding nagiging character arc yan ng mga pelikula and TV shows dito sa Pilipinas. Yung bida is lumaking mahirap, hindi nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral, pero dahil sa Descartes ng character niya sa show, makikita mo na lang sa gitna o kaya sa dulo ng episode, siguro dulo ng season, siguro mga episode 64. Alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, di ba? CEO na siya. CEO na siya ng kumpanya niya and they built the company from the ground up. Hindi naman yung gagawing character arc ng mga or character development ng mga writers kung hindi yan nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Kasi nangyayari naman yan talaga. Isang malakas na argument ng Team Diskarte yung mga totoong tao, sikat na personalities tulad ni na Mark Zuckerberg, yung may-ari ng Meta or Facebook, si Bill Gates na may-ari ng Microsoft, and si Steve Jobs ng Apple. Okay. Itong mga personalities na to, they are celebrated or they were. Buhay pa isa. So they are celebrated. Wait lang, isa ba buhay? Buhay pa ba si Bill Gates? Hindi ko alam. Let me know. Okay. Pero itong mga personalities na to, kilala sila for their perseverance in the face of failures, for their tenacity despite the hardships, and for their success despite being college dropouts. Yes po, tama po narinig nyo. Yung pong mga sikat na taong yan, college dropouts. So ngayon, yung mga sinasabi ng mga Team Diskarte is, kung sila Mark Zuckerberg nga, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, nagawa ang Microsoft, Facebook, and Apple, college dropouts ang mga yan. Ba't tayo hindi natin kayang gawin? Di ba? Di ba? May point naman. In reality, may point naman yung sinasabi. Pero siguro, medyo lang ako ng konti. Medyo lang ako ng konti dun sa point na yon. Kasi we also have to look at the privileges that these people have during their time na nag-drop out sila sa college. Kasi hindi naman sila walang-wala during that time. For sure ako, hindi sila walang-wala. So, yes, totoo naman na if you really put your mind into it, if you really put your heart into it, kahit sabihin natin college dropout ka or hindi mo natapos yung school mo, may pwede ka pang gawin. May mararating ka pa rin naman. Pero again, it will still boil down kung ano yung mga privileges and opportunities na meron ka. Pero, kung iisipin mo, saan ba nag-ugat ang pagiging madiskarte nating mga Pinoy? Tayong mga Pilipino, saan nanggaling ang pagiging madiskarte natin? Ito, opinion ko lang to. Ako lang to, pwedeng same tayo, pwedeng hindi. I think na ang pagiging madiskarte ng mga Pinoy came from the lack of opportunities in society. Siguro dahil na rin sa walang sistema. Pangit ang gobyerno. I'm not saying lahat. I mean, because of the lack of opportunities, Filipinos don't have any choice but to think outside of the box, to think creatively on how to live, on how to survive. Survival na ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Diyan na papasok yung mga racket, side hustles, na hindi mo naman kailangan ng sobrang taas na marka sa college to do these side jobs. Ang kailangan mo lang, diskarte. Lalo din lumalakas ang paniniwala ng iba sa diskarte dahil sa internet at social media. Maraming mga opportunities ngayon online like being a content creator, a podcaster like me, a YouTuber, a virtual assistant, yan, to name a few. Karamihan ng mga activities na yan or mga side hustles, side jobs na yan does not require a diploma, and yet you can see people become successful in these fields. That's why a lot of people tend to go to this route instead of completing a 4 or 5 year college course. Kasi sa diskarte, mataas ang risk, pero mabilis ang ROI. I mean, in a shorter span of time, mas mabilis makukuha yung mga benefits. And sabihin natin yung pagkakakitaan, di ba? Isa pa sa mga greater example niyan is yung mga BPOs. With the rise of the BPOs, hindi na kailangan ng college degree. Usually, kahit dati nga second year high school lang okay na. Ngayon at least senior high school graduate ang tinatanggap nila. Pero nonetheless, hindi naman kailangan na college graduate ka to enter the field ng BPO. And then from there, yung mga nagiging agents, yung mga nagiging entry-level na agents sa BPO, some of them nagiging support level, nagiging team leader level, nagiging managerial level, nagiging country leader. Alam mo yun, may progression. Marami akong kakilala na hindi nakatapos ng college, pero nandun sila sa mga managerial level. As in, you can consider themselves successful. Tsaka, ba't ako lalayo? Ako na, sige na, sabihin ko na ako. Okay, hindi ko natapos ang college studies ko. I was able to get into the BPO, and then from there, I was able to build a career. So, naging agent, naging support, naging trainer, naging training supervisor, training manager. So, alam mo yun, may progression naman, depende na lang din siguro sa diskarte. O ngayon, ikaw Tito Alvin, ano ka ba? Isa ka bang team diploma o team diskarte? Okay. Ang short answer ko dyan, team both, diploma and diskarte. Okay? Pero leaning more towards diploma. Okay? Naniniwala ako na you can use both diploma and diskarte to your advantage. Tsaka, this world is very complicated na hindi mo pwedeng ikahon ng isang tao sa isang bagay. O ikaw, team diploma ka lang. O ikaw, team diskarte ka lang. Hindi ganun. Okay? One way or another, kailangan mong gamitin both diploma and diskarte in order to be successful. You have to have basic knowledge, or not really basic pero you have to have an expertise of some sort. And then, after that, somehow you have to use diskarte along the way. Now, na-mention ko kanina yung salitang successful. Whether you are team diploma or team diskarte, it will still boil down to what you consider a success. Karamihan sa atin, masasabi lang na successful ka kapag marami kang pera. Walang mali dyan. Having lots of money is a quantifiable measure of success. Sabi nga nila, money makes the world go round. Money can make your life comfortable. And for some people, money can buy happiness. But not all people measure success with money. Yung iba, they consider themselves successful as long as makapagpatapos ng mga anak sa college. Yung iba, magkaroon lang ng good-paying job that can finance their day-to-day expenses, success na yun para sa kanila. Yung iba, magkaroon lang ng jowa. Okay? Success na rin yan para sa kanila. Lahat tayo may iba't ibang journey in life and may iba't ibang kinoconsider na level of success. Pero, let's go back. I mentioned that I'm leaning towards team diploma more compared to team diskarte. I strongly believe that having that proper education, having that right set of knowledge will get you to the door of success. Mas may advantage ka to start building your success if you have the right knowledge to back it up. Now, once you are there, hindi naman enough yung mga pinag-aralan mo sa school, di ba nga? Hindi naman lahat na pag-aralan sa school eh. So for those parts na hindi tinuro sa school, dun mo gagamitan ng diskarte. So diploma and diskarte goes hand in hand. You just have to think of ways on how you can utilize both diploma and diskarte to your advantage and to ultimately reach your dreams and become successful. And that's the end of this episode. Hopefully, kay matapos na yung debating yan ng Team Diploma and Team Diskarte. Tulad ng sinasabi ko sa mga past episodes ko, posible naman na magkaiba tayo ng thoughts on the matter, and that is absolutely fine. Kung nagustuhan mo at na-entertain ka ng episode na ito, feel free to share it with your friends. Just search for Pretty Petty the Podcast in Spotify or in YouTube. And wag na din kayong mahiya to follow our Facebook page. Diyan ko pinopost kung meron tayong bagong episode. Meron din tayong mga short snippets, mga reels and whatnot ng mga episodes natin sa Facebook page and TikTok. So feel free to share them with the hashtag Pretty Petty the Podcast. If you have thoughts you want to share and meron kayong hanash na gusto nyo sabihin sa mundo, okay, you can answer the Q&A portion of the podcast in Spotify, or you can leave a comment sa YouTube and sa mga social media posts natin. Okay, don't forget to follow our social media pages in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by going to the link you see at the bottom of your screens. Or just go to linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Now, if you're a brand looking for brand partnership, #BekeniMan, please send us an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And again, thank you so much to our listeners who are constantly listening to our episodes. Thank you for helping me reach my goal of 1,000 downloads and streams. Cheers to us and looking forward to more followers para makapagbigay pa tayo ng more episodes to come. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at huwag maging petty. Bye-bye!